Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 3 tips to improve in Black Ops 6 rank play. And these tips right here will mainly focus on improving your aim, getting your aim precise. And so I'm going to go over a few tips for you guys that will definitely improve your aim, and you'll see a noticeable difference in a week if you practice all this. But anyways, let's get straight into it. Of course, first you're going to want to make sure your settings are correct. So there's a few settings that you need set to specific things, but other things like sensitivity and dead zones, stuff like that, that is obviously your preference for your controller. But anyways, let's go into the controller tab here, and we're going to go through some of these controller settings you need starting at button layout. I use default, but I do have paddles. So I know a lot of people actually do flipped right here. I know a lot of people swap their L1 and R1 with L2 and R2, which is actually very useful if you don't have instant triggers. Basically what it does, switches your aiming and shooting and your stun and frag. It switches them to the opposite of what they were. Doing so, your aiming and shooting goes to your bumpers instead of your triggers. And doing that gets rid of more input delay and input lag. It makes for a faster response time for your bumpers, so that you can aim and shoot quicker than using your triggers. But since I have instant triggers, I turn this off, and I do keep my button layout at default. If you don't have instant triggers or paddles, I would suggest going claw or changing your button layout to bumper jumper tactical right here. But yeah, anyways, I play default, but let's go on to the actual settings now on your sensitivity. I play 1.4, which is basically 6.6 in MW2, MW3, but in this game, it's considered 5.5 for some reason. I would say leaving your sensitivity from 1.4 all the way to probably 1.85, somewhere in that range is good. Going on down though, vibration off, of course. Your trigger effect you want off. Now your dead zones, there's only a couple on here that I want you guys to change, but the others is your preference. For your left stick max, put this at 65 or 75. This will help a lot with your movement. And then both of your triggers, make sure you have that to 0. That gets rid of all input delay and gives you faster response time. Right stick max, you want it at 99, and your stick minimums are basically up to you, your controller specifically. If you have a little stick drift, you can up it, of course. Like I have my right stick at 4, because I do have some stick drift here. I'll show you guys here. I'll put it down to about 1 here. Now let's test the stick drift. You can see I do have some stick drift on both. Actually, my left is going down a little bit, and my stick drift on the right is sometimes worse than usual. And it shows you the percentages here. So I actually do need to up my left a little bit more, and my right was basically at the right spot that it needed to be. I'm going to go ahead and put this at 2. But yeah, if you have stick drift, just go ahead and up those. Let's go over to the aiming tab, and I'll tell you what specifically you need for this tab. Let's go in your aiming advanced settings, and the 2 settings you want on here are instant transition timing and dynamic curve type. After that, back out, go to motion sensor advanced settings, and just make sure you have this FOV sensitivity scaling to off, because it is default set to on, and after updates and stuff like that, it will change over back to on. So make sure you have this set to off. And one last thing in your settings, going graphics over to view. The field of view right here will affect your aim, guys. So you're gonna want this field of view right here around 100 to 105 for rank play. Your ADS field of view too affected, and your weapon field of view too wide. Basically, this right here will maximize your aim assist. This right here won't make it zoom in as much when you ADS, and this right here makes your gun look smaller on your screen. All of this will help with your aim. Enough of the settings, let's get into the stuff that will help you guys. All right guys, first off, let's turn this audio down a little bit so I could talk to y'all a little better. So first thing we're going to work on here, guys, is our centering, our snapping, and our flickering. Okay, so for your centering right here, you see my center dot on my screen. You're going to want it in the middle of your screen like this, where the center dot is to their head, their neck, a little bit by the chest. You want it in the center of your screen. You do not want your center dot like this, and you do not want your center dot like this. You want to be aiming in the middle of your screen, ready for a gunfight. If you're aiming at the floor like this, centered, the time that it takes you to come to the floor and up to the opponent could lose you that gunfight, just that split second. So you want to make sure your centering is right in the middle, ready for that gunfight. Center dot is right on the opponent, because right when you aim in and start shooting, your center dots are already on the body, so all you have to do is ADS and shoot. So make sure you practice your centering and watch that a lot. I'm having a little bit of lag here, guys, so I apologize. But anyway, for your center dot here, guys, to make it a center dot, let's go into your interface, go over to gameplay HUD, and go down to crosshair. You do not need your crosshair on at all, so make sure you just put center dot on. Make your scale larger to largest, and you will be good to go, guys. So make sure you practice your centering. Make sure it is in the middle of your screen. This will help you win a lot of your gunfights. Now, since we talked about centering, let's talk about snapping and flicker aiming now. Flicker aiming basically is this right here, where you can adjust your aim at the slightest little movements or the slightest times when you have to. Because sometimes when you're in a gunfight, you will have to adjust your aim. So instead of doing this and then shooting and moving your aim, you can flicker aim like this. So you could kill someone, get ready for the next gunfight basically. So flicker aim and snapping on your opponent is another thing that you guys need to try. So before ranked every day, when you're practicing your centering, practice your flicker aim, practice your snapping on another opponent, snapping from one enemy to another like this, and do this every day, guys, before you hop into ranked about 100 to 200 bots a day while you practice your centering, practice your flickering, your flicker aiming, your snapping, snap on your opponent, snap from one opponent to the next. Keep trying your snapping, guys. When you snap from one to the next and you get that down, that will help you. It will be huge when you implement that into your gameplay, guys. Let's pick up this gun here. We're out of ammo. This gun's actually very bad. Hold on. We're going to redo this. And while you're practicing all that centering, snapping, and your flicker aiming and all that, guys, make sure you try to go around rooms like P3 or something. Go into some points. Try to clear the room or something. Just start snapping on that guy. I didn't put as many bots in here as I'm doing a demonstration, but like, you know what I'm talking about, basically. You know, here's one. Snap on ADS. Snap on him. Snap on him. Practice your snapping as you're focusing on that center dot and where that center dot is. On ADS, snap, flicker aim, snap. You see how it's kind of just snapping on them, guys, as I'm doing that rotational aim assist as well, which we will get into that next with the strafing. So yeah, guys, the snapping and flickering, if you practice that every day, that will improve your aim drastically, especially if you are an AR player. Of course, if you can implement some of this into your into the sub role as well, that would be huge as well. But yeah, guys, flicker aiming is the first thing I learned when I started back in ranked in MW2, which has helped me a lot. Flicker aiming and snapping, as well as focusing on my centering. So now that we went over that, guys, let's go ahead and move on to rotational aim assist, which I have explained this multiple times on my channel and shorts and all of that stuff. But basically, it has to do with your joysticks, okay, guys? So when we're focusing on the joysticks here, you're going to want to focus on your left joystick. Don't worry about your right joystick. So this is your right joystick where you can aim, right? Your left joystick is your move, right? You're with me? So when you're in a gunfight, I need to get some more ammo. So hold on, let me die real quick here. Here, kill me. Now, when you're in a gunfight, guys, you don't want to just stay still and shoot the guy. That won't trigger any of your aim assist. See I was missing a lot of shots there? Long range. You can notice it at a long range distance too. You can notice a big difference. So when you are in a gunfight, do not just sit still and shoot. You're going to want to trigger that rotational aim assist, moving left to right while shooting, just like this. Just like I'm showing you right here. Left to right, strafing left to right will implement that rotational aim assist. Boom, see? Boom, see, I'm left and right, makes your aim stickier. Then when you stand still, let me try to find a target from farther range when you stand still. Hold on. But when you stand still, it's not as stickier, as you could tell from just that kill. And then you could tell when I go right back to it, how much it actually does stick on the enemy. It's really, really sticky. So make sure you are doing this rotational aim assist during every single gunfight, AR, SMG, it doesn't matter. Even if you have your pistol out, make sure you are strafing left to right to get that rotational aim assist and make your aim stickier on the opponent while focusing on your centering, while focusing on flicker aiming and snapping. Make sure you are doing all that, guys, when you warm up every single day before rank play. And guys, you will see a huge difference, especially if you're doing 100 and 200 bots a day. Just imagine 200 bots a day while you're practicing all this, guys. How much your aim will improve and how much better you will get if you're practicing all this. So of course, with rotational aim assist, it's basically strafing left and right. But if you want to strafe farther, you can do that. And when you're shooting and controlling recoil, that does engage rotational aim assist as well, not just your going left and right on your left stick. So shooting and aiming and controlling recoil while doing the rotational aim assist on your left stick, going back and forth, strafing, all of that will engage the rotational aim assist and make your aim way stickier. And on top of that, if you have all that down and you have your centering down and you're getting better with your snapping and flickering, just imagine how good your aim will be in a couple weeks if you practice every day. So guys, the strafe, you can strafe back and forth long ways, side to side. Instead of doing quick movements side to side, you can strafe like this a little bit. This also will engage rotational aim assist as well. You don't have to do quick movements. You can do long movements like this. Strafing, rotational aim assist, centering, flicker aiming, and snapping, guys. Make sure you get all that down, guys. I hope this video was a little bit informative to you guys. Hopefully it did help you guys out. If this does help your aiming and you enjoyed my content, and if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me, guys. But anyways, I appreciate everybody for watching this video all the way through. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Peace.